Hello everybody and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer and welcome back to another Premier League predictions, and you better enjoy this weekend as much as possible because we've got another dreaded international break. It's just international football in general. No, not for me. Guys, do me a favour, hit that like. I literally couldn't stop thinking about the internationals and I was so sad. Guys, hit that like button and please subscribe. It means so much to us and it helps more than you would believe. Guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight in. And in my opinion, I don't care what people say, this is the biggest game of the weekend. Are they the two biggest clubs? No, they're not. But we have got 17th versus 18th in the Premier League. And it's so tight down there. Watford's last outing, a draw against Newcastle, maybe a result either side weren't happy about. The same cannot be said for Norwich City, who went and got a big 3 points against Everton. Of course, we'll come on to Everton very shortly, but for Norwich, you know, really what they needed. I said last week, they have to start winning games now. There's no point getting to 7 or 8 games before the season and having to win all of them bar one. They have to start winning now. If they beat Everton and then beat Watford, I mean, compared to the thing is, when you win 2 games in a row, when you're fighting relegation, it's massive. It changes the complexion more than any other point in the table. 2 wins at the top doesn't change too much. 2 wins at the bottom, it's unbelievable. For this one, I'm going to say a draw. A little bit of confidence from Norwich last week. I'm going to say 2-2. I think there'll be goals from both sides. 2-2, Watford and Norwich. We come on to Everton, funnily enough. Lost to Norwich. Rafa's gone. Big Dunk has come in. And the last time Big Dunk came in, they hit the ground running. And he really got them playing to his tune. They've got Villa. Villa going okay. Very good result against Manchester United. Coutinho doing the business as I thought he would. And a win could take Villa 10th. With this one, I don't see a bounce back right away. I think Villa have just got a little bit too much quality, although I think you'll see a better performance from Everton and Big Dunk. I'm going to say 2-1 Aston Villa. Coming on to Brentford versus my club, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Brentford have conceded 10 goals in their last 3 games. They're having a great season, but they are conceding a lot of goals at this point in time. My club, Wolverhampton Wanderers, have won 3 out of their last 4 games in the league, and the one that we didn't win was a draw. Massive result against Southampton last week. The week before that, we go to Old Trafford and play Manchester United off the park. You really can't bet against Wolves at the moment. And although Brentford beat us 2-0 earlier on in the season, I think it was September, down the Molineux, I think it's going to be a reverse scoreline this weekend. I think Wolves are going to do the business 2-0. Sorry, Bees fans. Coming on to Leeds versus Newcastle. Massive result for Leeds against West Ham last time out. 3-2. Jack Harrison with the hat-trick hero. Unbelievable day for him and anyone connected to Leeds. And Bielsa going about their business, giving so many debuts to so many teenagers. And not only just teenagers that have never played a minute of football. Fair play to you, Leeds. Leeds, we've had some runnings on this channel with you, but at the moment, you're doing it exactly how it should be. Like a few other clubs in the league, you're just getting on with it. 22 points for Leeds. I think 4 wins and you're safe. That takes you to 34 points. And then you'll expect to get 2 or 3 draws along the way. 38, 37 points. Leeds, I think you're safe, but a couple more wins get you there. You've got Newcastle. Newcastle's second worst defence in the league. You've conceded 43 goals in the league this season. Only Norwich are worse, and only 2 more, 45. I've got to give it to Leeds. I said last week, I do not think Newcastle will hit the ground running with these signings, and I was vindicated with that draw against Watford. I don't think Newcastle are going to get the 3 points. I think Newcastle might stay up, but I think you're going to have to wait a little bit longer before you start to get the victories. I'm going to say 2-1 Leeds. 2-1 Leeds at Ellen Road. We come on to Manchester United versus West Ham. Massive game. This game is, just soaked in history, whether it's the last ever game at the old bowling ground at Upton Park. What a game that was. You go through history, there's been some amazing encounters between these two sides. Manchester United, last time out, 3-1 win against Brentford. We've all seen what's happened with Ronaldo. He was not happy coming off at 2-0 up, but Ralph said that he was not going to make the same mistake as he did against Villa. He went 5 at the back, he brought him off, they got the job done. They did concede, but they got the 3 points. West Ham, you're going along nicely. Okay, you've got 3 wins out of 5. The other 2 weren't draws, though. They were defeats. 9 points from 15. It's not good enough to get top 4, that run. It's good form. 9 points out of 15 every 5 games. That's okay. But Spurs have got games in hand. I think Chelsea are going to be okay. They're in a bit of bad form. I think Arsenal are going to kick on. Manchester United are going to kick on. Can you start to get into that form from the start of the season? I think this will be a draw. I'm going to say 1-1 Manchester United and West Ham. We come on to Southampton versus Manchester City. Southampton, your next 3 games are Manchester City, Spurs, and then Manchester United. You're 12th in the league. No concerns of Southampton going down at all. But, when you play City, Spurs and United, I think you just have to bear in mind you might get 1 point out the next 3, maybe none. Don't get on the team's back. Don't get on Ralph's back. Get behind the boys, because you will start to pick up results after these run of fixtures. Who knows? You might pick up some points in that run. I don't think it will start with Manchester City, though, because Manchester City, 12 league wins in a row. 12 league wins in a row. December, the title was done. January, they've just confirmed it. I'm sorry, Saints. I think it's going to be 13 wins in a row for Manchester City. And it could be 3-1. It could be 4-0. It could be 5-1. I think I might go for 4-1. 4-1 Manchester City. Palace and Liverpool are next. Another fixture that has had some unbelievable outcomes in the Premier League. Obviously, we go back to the famous one, the 3-3 against Liverpool, denying them the title all but so. Palace going okay, 11th in the league, no problems with them. It's just whether you can secure a top 10 finish, because I don't quite think you'll push on for the European places. Liverpool, I think the title's done, but if you really do believe you have that outside chance, you've got to win against Palace. I think you will, but I think it'll be close. I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool. Arsenal and Burnley. This is an odd fixture. There's this weird stat that Arsenal have a really poor record against Burnley. It's actually not the case. Arsenal's record against Burnley is actually very good, although they have had a lot of games called off in the last 4 or 5 weeks because of COVID and other reasons. One of them, of course, was a postponement in the League Cup against Liverpool, but they're not playing that much football. Burnley are bottom, but they've only played 17 games. Chelsea have played 23. Is it a good thing to have Burnley are only 3 or 4 points from being out of the relegation zone? And when you've got so many games in hand, is that a good thing or a bad thing? If you lose the next game, can you just keep saying, oh, we've got 3 games in hand, oh, it's okay, we've got 2 games in hand? You really want to, that old saying, points on the board. I don't think you'll get them this week. Arsenal at home, I know they've got a lot of players out. If this game goes ahead, I'm going to say 1-0 to Arsenal, especially as Burnley have lost Chris Wood. Coming on to Leicester fans, it wasn't good at the King Power midweek. Steven Bergwijn with 2 not just injury time goals, 95th and 97th minute. There were fans that left early, Spurs fans, and they must be kicking themselves. What's sad for Leicester and what's worrying, you guys have conceded 36 league goals and you haven't even played anywhere near the most games. Chelsea have played 23, others have played 22. You've only played 19 league games and you've conceded 36 goals. Really, really has to improve. Brighton, a great 1-1 draw against Chelsea, going really well. I think this will be another draw, and I'm going to say 1-1 1. I said at the start of the programme, or the start of this video, that I think that the Watford versus Norwich game was the biggest of the weekend, and I knew this fixture was, of course, happening. I still don't think this is the biggest fixture. I think in terms of importance, I think I'd rather watch Watford versus Norwich than Chelsea versus Spurs, although Chelsea Spurs will be an incredible game. However, Chelsea, when you've only won 1 league game in your last 5 and you've seen the run of form that your rival Spurs are in at the moment, you've got to be apprehensive, especially being at home. Is that a good thing? Because if you go 1-0 down, it's just not going to be a nice place to be. We spoke briefly then with Leicester about Spurs coming back to win 3-2 after being 2-1 down. If Spurs win this game, they will be 5 points behind Chelsea, and they will have 3 games in hand. It's in Spurs' hands at this point in time as to whether or not in a month or so they will be ahead of Chelsea. I'm sorry, I love to mock Spurs. I love mocking Spurs. If you've ever watched this channel before, you will know whenever I get a chance to make fun of Spurs for being Spursy, I will jump at the chance. Even if it's not warranted, I love to make fun of Spurs. But you've got to say, Conte's doing the business. Kane looks rejuvenated. I think I'm going to go for a Spurs win at Stamford Bridge. I think I'm going to say 2-1 Spurs. I really am. Spurs, please hit that like button. If you've made it this far, I think you're going to get the 3 points. And even if you're not a Spurs fan, guys, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. It means so, so much. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.